All right, welcome back, USH. We are in the kitchen. We are going to go down to the garden to do a mid-August garden tour. And I just figured let's start in the kitchen. Why not give you guys just a glimpse of what we have been harvesting so far. Finally, the tomatoes are coming through, and we have had multiple tomato sandwiches, and we are very happy. The delivery guy just left our Thrive Market box. We can probably get into that in this video, maybe not, but right now we're just going to go to the garden and give you guys a garden tour. We're going to take a little bowl, some snips, and some nylon gloves because I'm a gardener that uses gloves. So let's go ahead. Don't mind my dirty kitchen. It is a workable kitchen, and the cat food because we have a garden cats now. Let's pause this and let's go down the stairs, and I'll meet you down there. But let's pause for a second. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at this. I mean, can you guys see this? There's one down there. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see through the fence. Look at this. Look at this. And if I have time, I will show you the baby. There was a baby that was born here. We had a tragic loss. We have a black one that is currently pregnant. So we are on a baby watch. All right, so we're gonna try to do this pretty quickly because the August garden is crazy. We have tomatoes that are fried, and it's not because of inconsistency of watering, because the sky has been doing a really good job at watering this garden. I really don't have to hand water myself. We are not on drip. Everything here gets hand watered if we have to. If not, the sky takes care of it, and we've had a good year this year that we haven't had to hand water as much towards the later part of the year. So here we have cherry tomatoes, and I think this is 3 varieties. They're not doing that hot. The tomatoes are really suffering. We've had about 3 heat waves this year, so it is what it is. The cucumbers are okay. They have completely covered the trellis, and I have multiple varieties here of cucumbers, but the one that has really entangled everything is the cucamelon. We have yet to harvest any cucamelons, but they are in there. You just have to get underneath the actual trellis to be able to find them. I'm sorry, I'm being straddled by cats right now, literally. We do have an eggplant in here somewhere, and we have gotten, I think, 1 or 2. I'm afraid to step on these cats. 1 or 2 from it, but it is succumbing to everything that is in here. Last year, we kind of had the same issue, and we actually cut everything back, and we were able to get a second succession of tomatoes, but we'll see if we want to do that. These are the blueberries. I think we have 4 or 5 blueberry bushes. This one here is going into this compost bin that I have here. It said stretch, but we do have blueberries still in there. I'm surprised. It must be one of those late blooming blueberries. I don't know. I have to search up the variety of blueberries that I have. I really honestly don't know the variety, so we're gonna try to go underneath this jungle, and hopefully I don't piss off any bees. They shouldn't be active, hopefully, at this time. So the bees shouldn't be active at this point, so let's go underneath. Hopefully I won't lose my phone. Here we go. All right, so we are technically very active underneath the trellis right now. And here, as you can see, these are the Suyo Long. They are a Japanese variety. Most of my other cucumbers have bit the dust, as you can see, but the Suyo Long are still going somehow, some way. At this point, I mean, I should have already planted a second or even a third wave of cucumbers, but as you can see in my counter, I still have some, so I don't think I'm going to bother. The cucamelons, as you can see them right there, they are plumping up. Those will end up taking me, you know, through the rest of the year, in where I will be happy with, you know, the rest of the year, and I will be fine. I'll take what I can take. Other than that, it is what it is. Behind all of this madness and craziness, I do have, if you guys can see, the great plants back over yonder over there. There's another one over here, and they are thriving. This year is the year where they're going to grow their roots and hopefully creep, and maybe next year I might, get something. Maybe I might not. I don't know. I'm not hoping or begging on anything, but I'm just hoping on trying to reestablish something. Over here we have tomato jungle. This year has just been a complete tomato jungle, but it's working. We have big fruit sets, and whatever is intertwined, it's just thriving. It works for us. It does not look aesthetically pleasing, but it works, and I'm not complaining. I'm really not complaining. Over here we have an echinacea or a purple cone. It's also stretching because it's being covered by tomato plants. This year we just let them bush out. I usually do that every year. I start out really good in pruning and all of that, but then I just let everything go. This is the actual second planting. We planted this in July, right after we pulled out the garlic and refertilized, and we planted this in after. And these are starting to set fruit. As you saw, there's a cluster here. So they're doing pretty decent. The Rudbeckia. These Rudbeckias were planted in January of this year, and these are perennials, so I'm very happy to have them. Hopefully next year I will move them into ground and see how they're doing. Over here we have a bunch of fruit set, and with a lot of coloration. Usually I like to pull my tomatoes at this point when they blush, because I don't want any critters to get to them. As you can see here, this is the new bed we installed last year, primarily filled with compost from DSNY, and she's doing pretty good. This has like a blueberry variety or an indigo variety where the shoulders are like a purpley color, and they've been very, very tasty and very productive. The only thing with these is that they do crack. Over there is the indeterminates. Over here is the determinates. They've been a little funky, but it's working. Over here, this was like a planting of the beans that I did before we went away, and it looks like it's dragon tongue bean, and they're producing. Not enough for me to actually do anything with it, so I might just let them go and just pull the seed from it and see what I do. Bunch of tomatoes, like I said, they're just crispy. That's just them going through life cycle. It's not a disease, so I'm not concerned to the point that I have to come out here and clean anything out. More tomatoes over here. I'm telling you, it's a jungle of tomatoes and cats. And we do have a lot of fruit set over here. This is like a plum variety, also with the purple shoulders. Plenty more tomatoes over here with a lot of blushing, so we have to do some harvesting. Sorry, I got scared a little bit. I have these cats with me, so I gotta make sure I don't step on them. We have the raspberries over there. Those really didn't do much. It's again one of those things that they have to grow, and then next year maybe they'll give us something. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here. We've had wet season, and all of these plants are not helping, and I'm not trying to be out here for too long. The dahlias were planted late, but they're finally budding up. Hopefully we'll see something from them before the year's over. Over here we have the indeterminates. And we have big fruits here. We finally this year did good with Cherokee Purple. It was delicious. This one's starting to feel a little soft. We have some nice ones over here with some stripings. I planted a lot of varieties. I had over 100 and something tomato plants. So the backyard is looking rough, but it's producing, it's working. We have jalapenos here. I was out here yesterday harvesting. And with everything that's happening in the world right now, with the diarrhea causing bug and stuff, trust me, there's nothing better than coming out here to your own garden. And you know, even though it looks like a mess, there's nothing like coming out here and being able to just look at this blushing tomato and being able to just pull it off the vine and walk away. These are my peppers. These took a while to establish, honestly, but you know, once they took off, I've been able to take off like a little slightly bigger fruit than these, just to make sure that they keep producing, keep putting on blossoms, so they don't think that they're just, you know, producing one and going to produce seed. We have a dahlia over here. Here we had our peony. She succumbed to disease. We had zucchinis here. Those succumbed to the vine borer, so we took those out. We have Jimmy Nardellos in here, and they are heavily packed. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's so hard to show because I plant my peppers so together. I like them to hug. I took Jimmy Nardello, a premature. I have Ajicitos Dulce here. My mother's going to be very happy to see that. We have our thyme here, and she's going gangbusters. Chives. We have, what else we got here? We got a bunch of stuff here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and try and harvest some stuff because look at this. Look at that. There's another one down here, and I was out here yesterday, guys. No lie, no kidding. I was out here yesterday harvesting some stuff, and I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You guys saw the table. Table was full of stuff, and I will guarantee you I will fill up this bowl again once over here. We have a eucalyptus, and that was a rough start, but now it's shooting up some branches from the bottom. The oregano here, this is actually store-bought from Home Depot, but she's doing really good. The rosemary as well, store-bought from Home Depot, but she's doing good. We were able to actually harvest from this one to be able to do our homemade butter with garlic, so that is good. Let me harvest and then I'll show you guys what I get at the end. Alright guys, so a whole bowl full of tomatoes, a couple of peppers. I didn't bother harvesting anything else. I got tired of the mosquitoes, I'm not gonna lie, but that's a hand view of what the garden looks like from up top. I'm telling you, from the stairs, it does not look that bad. From up close is where it looks like really bad. So I'm just showing you my property because from up here you can actually see everything. But there's so much more down there than meets the eye. So much more harvestable stuff, but still green. Still can grow more, and the season is still young. We're only in the middle of August, so it stays there until it's ready. This is because it blushed or red. So another bowl, another happy day in the middle of August. So guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one. Look at my twins. Say bye to the twins.